If you have a local digital collection or archive of electronic resources, you can include records with a link to the resource in the CCS database. Instead of using the 856 field to display the link to the resource, CCS recommends using the resource entity function. This improves the appearance of the link. Before the 856 fields can be converted to the resource entities, CCS staff need to create a vendor account record and resource group for the collection. Contact help at ccslib.org to request assistance. The process of adding resource entities also improves the ability to search for these records, because the resources will be grouped together as a resource group that can be searched for. This video demonstrates how to create resource entities in 3 ways. You can create a resource entity from a single bibliographic record. You can bulk change a record set of bibliographic records using the bibliographic bulk change functions, or you can create the resource entity when importing records from another source. When working on a single record at a time, create a catalog record for the resource. The record needs to have an 856 field with a first indicator of 4 and a second indicator of 0. The URL for the resource should be in a subfield U. The message that will display should be in a subfield Z. Then save the record. To convert the 856 field to the resource entity, open the Tools drop-down menu of the bibliographic record, then select Create Resource Entities. The Create Resource Entities dialog box opens. Select the name of the vendor account from the drop-down menu and press OK. You'll see a message stating the resource entity was created. Press OK again. To view the resource entity, navigate to the Resource Entities view by clicking on the 4th icon along the left-hand side. If the bibliographic records are already in the database, the quickest way to add the resource entities is via the bulk change process. To do so, create a record set of the records that utilize the same vendor account. Press the bibliographic bulk change icon. On the Non-Marked tab, check the box labeled Create Resource Entities. Then select the vendor account from the menu. Next, press OK. The Summary of Changes screen lists all bulk changes that will be added to the queue. Press Continue on the Summary of Changes screen to execute the bulk change. Then, press OK on the next dialog box. The change is added to a bulk change queue. The queue and report can be found by opening the Utilities drop-down menu. Press Cataloging Processes, and then select Bibliographic Bulk Change Queue. When the job has completed, click on the row to open the report. This is the Bibliographic Bulk Change Report. It will list the amount of records that were affected by the change and if there were any errors during the process. If you have the ability to import records from another source, like the digital archive, you can create the resource entities when they are imported. To do so, create an import profile for importing the records. On the Profile Setup tab, select the vendor account name from the Vendor Account drop-down menu. Set up the rest of the profile as needed, and then save the profile. When you're ready, just import the records. This has been a tutorial on resource entities for local digital collections. If you have any questions, please contact help at ccslib.org.